Hi everyone, welcome to the Kimberly Call Show. This is the last bout, the last 30-second round, but it's not going to take 30 seconds to do what I have to do. I found some new places, one that's in Washington State called Thurston County Community Media. Um, and I'm going to upload some videos there, not today, but I got to call them. Did I call them? I got to get off of here real quick. Wait, they closed till Tuesday. That's what it was. Okay. Um, let's see. So first we're gonna do my discussion. We're gonna break it in very good and do my discussion for the third week because I got 6 weeks of class. So I have to do my discussion for this third week. And then I'm gonna close out the University of Phoenix and edit a video. Just one video. I may edit a video. I gotta slow down because I'm having technical problems and stuff. So yeah, I gotta get some answers. But yeah, hold on for a second. Oh, hold on. I gotta get off of you now. See y'all guys in a bit. Okay. Chef. Ah, there we go. So nobody has done their homework yet, but we're gonna do our homework because I just love University of Phoenix. So recall an experience with the innovation leadership style. What innovation leadership qualities does that person possess? How did the qualities, hold on, I got one thing to do. Sorry. No. There we go. And we go back. An effective man, let's read from the beginning. An effective manager relies on the relationships with people and recognizes that each individual is unique and needs different things from them. Recall an experience with innovation leadership style. What innovation leadership qualities did the person possess? How did these qualities impact the leader's interaction with others? How does it compare with other leadership styles you discuss? Okay, 3 questions. What innovation leadership qualities? Let's look up innovation leadership. Recalling experience with an innovation. So I have go here, close that out. It won't let me. Hold on. Doobie doobie doo is a philosophy and technique that combines different leadership styles. To influence employees to produce creative idea products and service. The key role in the practice of innovation leadership is the innovation of leader. Nobody actually in my realm of working had, except the military. So let's talk about the military. No, they didn't either. I had not so good NCOs. Just being honest. Let's see. That's why I got my honorable discharge because they messed up my whole record almost, and then I had to get it fixed. And Army Review Board just doesn't throw out honorable discharges. They could have hit me with a general, but they know I deserve the honorable. I'm forever indebted to them. So anyway, let's look at where I've been. Um, I'm thinking. I really didn't have. Let me see the question again. It's not that I don't understand it, it's that, okay, it's my style. It's my style because the definition of innovation is creative ideas, products, and services. The key role in the practice of innovation is innovation, and that's me. I'm innovation. So, number one, what innovation leadership qualities did that person possess? Okay. I recall an experience which was December 7th, 2021, comma, no need, no comma, with innovation, no leadership. Over the course of the 4 years that I have been doing my own show, I have added many different aspects to it. Okay. First, I was just dealing with wigs, selling them. Then, no, not then. Then I moved forward to interviewing people, comma, well, quote, which was hard to gain people. So I promoted myself by being inside the magazine Authority Titans. I gotta write them anyway. Not Authority, but News Anchor. Authority Titans. With these people backing me up, I was able to develop credibility, and I spoke with the the CEO of Authority Titans, Dylan Kivo, on the regular. He now has Kivo Daily, an online magazine, and stays in Charlotte. Nancy. I have 2 Wikipedia pages, and I am in the process of getting an Wikipedia page developed. I have an IMDb page which needs to be updated. People, the people that, some of the people that I have interviewed has been promoting me too. My innovation was creating ideas, projects, and sticking to them. I also was featured on PA Live for a short segment, which I did not like the outcome because I had better wigs. I was going through a divorce. What else? I've been featured in locally loved, locally owned by Santa Maria Mariner Bank. Every day I find something new to try to escalate my business with. My interactions with others has gotten way better. I am able to do complete interviews with successful results. I am now an LLC business and have my formation paperwork and my EIN. This is because I see a deep future within my company. I will eventually start charging, but I'm in no hurry. I want to enjoy no strings, to get better every day that I innovate my company. Okay. Other leadership styles are good too. Let me look up the different leadership styles before I go because he gonna know. He's a good. He be knowing. It's like he knows. Okay, leadership styles. Just to be sure and refresh my memory. Autocratic. Let's look up autocratic. Okay. Where is it at? But autocratic is something that I've never done done before because I love to include people with my show and their advice on the show. How many words? 311. Okay. That's okay. I saw the sign and it opened up my eyes. I saw the sign. Okay. I'm going to show two of my. Okay, we're going to look up PA Live. Have y'all seen PA Live? Lord Jesus. We're going to copy and paste that. I don't even want to see it. Sometimes I laugh at it. Hold on. I got to click it in order to go there. Let me hurry up and get it before it starts. I was a hot tamale, hot mess. I was at a shelter when that happened. Okay, so we got PA Live and I got to look myself up on Wikipedia or Wikita. Oh, duh. Kimberly Cloud. I remember that one. That's my old one. Here we go.
I'm Stephen Harding with American Riviera Bank with another locally owned.
I'm so glad I got that right, that wrong.
Right here on the Central Coast.
Blue Cloud Cleaning Company is proud to give a 15% discount to veterans and a 10% discount to regular paying customers. To know more about our services and discounts, call Kimberly Cloud at 443-240-7353.
My own commercial. Okay. 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 Did I? Okay. Cool. Okay, that's over. Let's see. And we're going to close that out. There's nobody to respond to. We're going to go back. I got 4 of these bad boys to do on the third week. How many minutes is it? Depending on how many minutes. Cha-cha now, y'all. Do, 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 do. Turn around. To the left. Y'all remember you put your left foot in, you put your right foot or something like that, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That was the original right there, yo. That's what it's all about. I just don't feel like doing this today, right now. So I'm going to close this out and edit a video. 16 concepts, 29 minutes. I can do that tomorrow. 2 of them tomorrow. Okay. Northfield is in Minnesota, and I was reading it, and it says anyone can submit programs of video to Northfield Public Broadcast. And I'm like, oh, and another one, like DJ Khaled, and another one. And then I have this one. Hold on. That's them. I'm going to submit through Thurston Community Media, start committing through them. And they are in near Seattle in Olympia. They open tomorrow. And it's this MNN and stuff. So yeah. Give me a second. First I'm gonna keep it on the channel, the Thurston Community Media channel. And let's edit a video. First, let me open up StreamYard again so y'all can see it. Hold on. Oh, I gotta find Miss what's her name? 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 Hold up. Trudy Bierman. I gotta find her. She gotta go up to the list because she helped me, and now it's my turn to help her because I'll be all day. I'm deleting the Bob Lazar thing. Is this Trudy Bierman? No, that's Catherine. Come on, come on, come on. Where you at, Miss Bierman? Send it to as many public stations as I can. She's gonna be number one. Where you at, Miss Bierman? I know how you look. There you are. I hope it went well because I used to get nervous back in the day. That's why I sometimes get embarrassed. 36 minutes with one more video. I need one more video. That's a 15-minute video. Go down. Who is this? Jason Clausen. Okay. We're going to download his because his is I know I didn't do what I think I just did. Where's Miss Beerman again? I hate that. I did audio. Oh my God. Fiddlesticks. There it is. Download. She's supposed to be interviewing me on Friday. So I want to make sure I have her video up and running. She was like 2 weeks in line, 3 weeks, but come on now. I don't want to do her like that. I don't want to do nobody like that. The line rotates, but she is a good woman. She's a powerful, business oriented woman. And it's not like I'm getting paid in the shade. Okay. So, what's to do? 3644, command. We're going to put you in some new projects too, Miss Bierman. I got 3 people. I am going to have to, how I'm going to do this? I love the 3 people because that, you know, right here, part 2. What's this? Part 3. Delete that. Ending credits. So I should have. Okay, so she should go right there. So Miss Bierman, she's a hard worker. I wish I could have her thing that she does. She does it's very hard to do. You have your network, your own net TV network, and it's like $600, if not more, depending on how much exposure you want to give to the people. It comes on your cell phone, it comes on everywhere. And I know another woman that had that, and yeah, it's crazy. Let's do this. Both wearing. Welcome. Okay. We got to change the names around. Trudy Beerman and I think Joshua Clausen. How many minutes? 54. Good. Jason. Jason Clausen. Okay. So Trudy Beerman, Jason. And she has her own, she has studio time too. She is a busy woman in Florida. That's hard to produce. That is very hard to produce. Studio time in Florida. But she got pool. I hope it goes well. That's all I wish. I wish it goes well. I hope this show that I'm developing, that's a 30-minute show. If it's 36 minutes, it's a lot of questions I had to ask her. I hope nothing goes wrong on the show that I'm about to edit. So we're about to see. We're about to see. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud. I have a very, very special guest here today for the show. Can you go ahead and announce to the world who you are and where you're calling from?
Hi, Trudy Beerman here, calling in from Tampa, Florida.
It's an honor to meet you. Well, meet you virtually, Trudy. And I just wanted to go ahead and dig into your past leading up into your present. Oh, it was a bit of a. Hold on. Here she go. 1, 2.
Okay.
Yeah. What about your past? Leading
I thought you.
Yeah. What about your past? Dig into your past leading up into your present. Yeah. What about your past? Yeah. What about your past? Ashley, present. Yeah. What about your what therefore you leading up into your present. Yeah. What about your past?
I thought you were gonna ask me a question. You just want me.
Up into your present.
I thought you were gonna ask me a question. You just want me to tell you. Okay.
Yeah. Anything you want to talk about, whether
Okay. What would you like to tell you? Okay.
yeah. Anything you want to talk about, yeah. Anything yeah. Anything yeah. Anything yeah. To your past leading up into your present. Anything you want to talk about, whether dark, whether light, whether whatever, whatever you want to talk about your past leading up into what you do in your present.
Okay, so I grew up a missionary kid, and the reason why that matters is because when I was growing up, I'm 56 years old, so I'm from a school where women, their voice really is secondary to the men. And I saw my father and, take a big stage, and I felt the calling of God on my life, but I did not feel like I should be in a pulpit. And till this day, I refuse to be in a pulpit. When I am invited to speak in a
What's a
church setting,
pulpit?
a pulpit is the church podium.
Mm.
So when I am invited to speak in a church podium setting, I tend to take the stand, the smaller stand, and go down to floor level with the congregation and speak there. I won't go in the pulpit. That's just old schooler. I don't believe there's any reason why I can't, except I've just decided that I really feel more connected with the audience than I feel elevated above the audience, and so I choose to be on the ground level with them. But so I grew up a missionary kid. My father had left a huge corporate job with a huge pharmaceutical company to follow the calling on God of his life. And I was able to see firsthand the miraculous on a regular basis. We literally lived by the hand of God. It was almost like a daily experience, like the children of Israel had in the desert, where they would get the manna on a daily basis. In other words, their daily bread was provided by God, and it was almost like that once my father left the corporate job, left the Mercedes lifestyle, and went to be full time as a missionary for Christ.
So you
And
can kind of say that he. I don't mean to cut you off, but you can kind of say that your whole family internalized God. When y'all get to the pearly gates, God is going to say, "Did you internalize me?" And you're going to be like, "Yeah, we did."
right. So I knew God doesn't have grandchildren. So yes, I had to make my own relationship with Christ. So that I'm just saying that I grew up seeing the hand of God, and I grew up with that around me. So the beauty of that is that unlike a lot of people who have very traumatic pasts, I did not have that. I had a fantastic upbringing. My parents are now married almost 60 years. Um, they loved each other. There was no abuse of any kind. Um, just a home of love and a man of God displaying the most human version of God that I could lay my eyes on. So I grew up knowing God to be a provider, kind, generous, active, miraculous. I did not have a traumatic lifestyle. I did not have a traumatic history. So I grew up, and when I went to college, I wanted to do fashion design. My father did not want me to do that. His mother was a seamstress, and that was, he grew up very, very poor. His mother was a seamstress. I don't think he put any value in that. And so, if I were going to go to college and being an international student to the United States, I could not work here in the United States. My father's going to have to pay international rates. And he felt if he was going to pay that kind of money, I had to do the doctor, lawyer, Indian chief route. So I ended up in a pre med program, and I thought I was going to go to medical school. Graduated, got accepted into three. I chose dental because I had taken or group from the school. I was the secretary of the pre med club, took them to a morgue, and I realized I didn't have the stomach for surgeries and that kind of thing. So to appease my father, I applied to dental schools, got accepted into three of them, but I wanted out. I wanted out from under the umbrella, because a lot of times when kids go off on their own, like I did, went off to college in the United States, I wouldn't say I really strayed, because God really, I feel like God put a hedge around me. Think of like if you have your kids in a very big playpen and they can run freely up to the edge. And that's kind of how I felt God did it for me. So I did, go my own way, so to speak. Dated a Muslim man while I was in college. And I did not want, upon graduation, to stay under my father's power, so to speak. He was very influential, and I wanted out. Um, Loved him dearly. We didn't have any of those issues. I just wanted to be an independent woman. And having come to the United States from Jamaica, that's where I was born, come to the United States, where women have a little bit more power and economic power, a little more voice, I didn't really want to go back to being a kid in my father's home, which was what was going to happen upon graduation if I did not go to one of these schools, and I had decided I didn't want to go. The Muslim man wanted to marry me, and my father would not give his blessing. And then his family was very upset about him wanting to marry an infidel. So they also kicked up a big fuss about that and threatened. They said they would rather shoot his legs and keep him lame than have him marry me. So I was now stuck between these two worlds. So I married the first man that I was able to connect with. And so I became married and said, okay, good. I'm no longer my father's child. I am now somebody's wife. Because remember, I'm coming up in a system where women don't really have economic power or much of a voice. And so my voice and my power was through whoever the man in my life is, my father or now my husband. So I got married quickly. Within 3 months of marrying the man, I knew I had made a mistake. I had wanted to leave. But it turns out that when I left, I thought, could I possibly be pregnant? And I went to the doctor's office. Back then, they didn't have these home tests like we have now. And my sister was with me. And once I discovered I was pregnant, it's like, okay, there's no escape now. And so when I left him, I came to the United States because I figured I was just going to leave. Now I'm married. I'm no longer, but that didn't work out. I was pregnant. So I returned to Jamaica, returned to the marriage. And it was not a very happy one, uh, which I wasn't surprised at. So I tried to make the best of it. I settled into it as best as I could. Um, then I got pregnant the second time, and I said to him, boy or girl, I don't care. I'm done. I'm not having any more. By this time now, I had been married for a little bit, and I started um, making swimsuits at home. Remember, I wanted to do fashion design, which my father wouldn't let me, but I had been sewing and making clothing and so forth. So having graduated with my degree, I got married and I started making swimsuits at home. And that turned into, I sent a few of them to a friend's store in the tourist area, and that picked up and went crazy. My swimsuits were all over the country. Miss Jamaicas were wearing them. I had a Miss Georgia wearing them. We were making the Playmaker swimsuits for the hotels. And so my husband now left his business and decided to ramp this up with a factory with 50 workers. But in all of this time, because I am really the power of the business, because he didn't know anything about making.
The day you made Miss Georgia, swimsuit design, can you tell me about that story? Like, were you nervous? Like, how did it all go?
No, I never met her personally. What had happened was she was in Jamaica. This is years ago now. She was in Jamaica on vacation. She picked up one of my swimsuits from the tourist store and then contacted me and told me what she had gotten and asked me to make her something. And I was doing custom swimwear at the time. So I sent something to her. I never met her personally, but I knew she wore my swimsuit in a contest. She didn't place in the Miss World, but this was decades ago now. I am 56 years old. I was in my 20s. So this is a long time ago. Um, so anyway, we have this business going. My husband is running the business side of it, but I'm running the production floor, and he was controlling the money. Literally, I could not even buy a dress out of all the money that was coming in. I could every time I wanted to go to the supermarket, I had to write a check because he wanted to know what I was spending the money on and how much I was spending. He controlled the purse strings. And when I was pregnant with my second child, I'd already told him I didn't want to have any more, is when I was made aware. I mean, people kept telling me he was having an affair, but I didn't believe it. I didn't believe it because I had no reference point for that in my life. I grew up with a man who loved his wife. I grew up with a man who never cheated on his wife. I grew up with a father who, if he were going to give a woman a ride home from church, would pick us children up in the car so there could be never a circumstantial comment about him being around other women. That's what I grew up in. And that was my circle. Our friends were church people. And I was very protected. And this was my first experience with someone, even my Muslim boyfriend was a better man, so to speak. He was, this man now was cheating on me, and I think I understand why. I mean, men from a culture where they have the dominance and the power don't in any way want to feel second. I had a degree, he didn't have one. I was powerhouse of the business. He knew he couldn't do it without me. I don't know if that was any of it. I don't know if I'm just trying to justify. I have no idea. But then I found out the woman he employed as the secretary for the company, which I had no say so in, was his woman, and she herself was now pregnant. So she wasn't pregnant for him though, amazingly. She was pregnant for somebody else's husband when she came to work for us. So when her child was born, believe it or not, my husband left my bedside having just dropped our son. He didn't even stay like as the first child to watch her be cleaned up and like they do with the babies. No, as soon as I dropped that baby, he left the hospital to be by her bedside because she was she had like I don't know what she had, like sickle cell anemia, whatever the case. She was always ill, and she was also pregnant. And he was just not with me. And she was now pregnant. She dropped her child, and it wasn't his, so it wasn't a big deal. I didn't, people kept telling me they were together. I wouldn't believe it. A couple more years passed. We're running the business together, and then it got to the point where we got an order from J.C. Penney for a trailer load of swimsuits, and then I decided I wasn't going to do it because I had researched it, and if after I spend all the money to make a trailer load of swimsuits, if it gets to the United States and they reject it or say I had too many, I would be out of pocket, and I'm in another country. I wouldn't have any way to fight it. So I said, forget it. But at that point, there was definitely a power shift in me. There was a power shift in me. I became a different woman. I started to own my power. I started to speak up. I totally disregarded him, and I was just going about my life. We lived in the same house. We had the children, but I was just doing me, and I kind of just didn't care about him. I knew I didn't. I thought I loved him, and I knew I wasn't going to go anywhere because that's what we do. We don't get divorced, and I thought I was just going to stay. So later on, I decided the women at the factory, he sent me home because he said they can do it without me, because by this time I had trained up a couple of the women, and surely but slowly he killed the business, completely killed the business. I had to fight for two of the machines that we started with, the two machines my mother had bought for me when I started sewing from the house, and I had to fight to get those. He sold everything off, got rid of the factory, and now cut me down to size. Well, I took the two machines at the house and I started making custom swimsuits. And I didn't even tell him about the money I was making. I let him think, because he couldn't see me now. He wasn't around the business anymore. He thought I was just taking care of the children. And he knew I was sewing, but he thought I was just making clothes for my daughter, whatever. He didn't think I was doing anything significant. And I kept quiet. I kept it completely secret. And so he started a new business of import export with the girlfriend. And now it was like, if I even wanted money for the groceries, she was literally counting out the cash and handing it to me. It was a weird relationship, but I wasn't going anywhere. Yes, ma'am. That's what we do. We do not go anywhere. In fact, there's a whole bunch of wives in Jamaica. I can't speak for this country. There's a whole bunch of wives in Jamaica who are married to either important men by who they know. And I was married to a white man. He was also Jamaican as I am. But in Jamaica, we're mostly people of color. And so, while we don't really have racial issues, we have class issues, big class issues. And in general, the lighter skinned people or the white people had an economic advantage, just because it just was, they just got it. And so a lot of wives in Jamaica, either they're married to men who have a good job, good money, good or power, and they go nowhere, even if the men have lots of girlfriends. And so he now gets the girl pregnant. She's now pregnant with his child. And then I found out because my daughter, who is now about 3 or 4 at this point, he took her to her place and she ran a bar with her mother. She had a bar and he would hang out at the bar. So he would either come home very late or not at all. And one day my daughter told me, Mommy, Auntie Sharon has a big tummy. I was like, oh, really? And then it was now our anniversary. And I'm getting dressed, thinking we're going out as we always do. He comes home very late. I say nothing. He comes home very late, and then I see him starting to get dressed. I'm like, okay, I guess we're going out. He dresses in a different way than he normally does. Now he's putting on like print button shirt, front shirt. He never dressed like that. And he's leaving, but he's going out with the girlfriend, not with me. I'm dressed, thinking we're going out on our anniversary. Nope. And he's not embarrassed. They're not hiding it. He's gone with the girlfriend. He leaves me. He's gone out for the night. Well, it just so happens the Lord would have it. I'm sleeping and it's like somebody grabs my shoulders and shakes me and wakes me up. And I had taken some medication to help me to sleep because of course I was having trouble sleeping. I'm sleeping in our bed with the 2 babies because I'm alone in the house, and Jamaica has a history of violence. And it's like I'm physically woken up, and I wake up. Of course, nobody's there to wake me. I see men running around our yard. So I'm now in panic. I'm the only one in the house with children. And here comes my husband of the time sauntering up to the gate. So I shout out to him. I say, John, men in the yard, men in the yard. So he packs out his gun and he's coming like a, cowboy. And he gets in the house, calls the cops, whatever. And then another night I get a dream, and it's like, I saw him clearly with her. So when he came home, I said, you're with somebody. I'm like, it's it. I know you are. And I was angry, and then it got into a physical fight, and he picked me up at the neck, lifts me off the floor, shoves me against the wall. It's the first time he's actually laid hands on me, and it's very brutal. I grabbed the phone, and in those days, the phones were connected with the wire, and I grabbed the phone, and I'm trying to hit him in the head, and I realized, you know what? One of us is going to die or go to jail. I'm not having any more of this. So he didn't know I had this money now because I'm there making my swimsuits custom one at a time. He doesn't know what's going on because he's out every day at this new business he created with this woman. And so I have amassed quite a bit of money. And for me to come to the United States, what I did now, because that's what I said, I was just going to take the kids. I bought 3 tickets. I was just going to go back to my mother's house in the United States and just leave. I wasn't even going to tell him. Unfortunately, after I bought the tickets, for me to get US dollars to come to the United States, I went to the only place I knew, which was someone, he did business with one of his friends, and they traded. They didn't have currency exchange like they have now. Or if you went to the bank, you're only going to get 50 US dollars anyway. So I took all the thousands and thousands of dollars that I had, went to his friend, traded it out for US dollars, and that son of a whatever went and called my husband and told him I had all this money. Well, he came home and he completely battered me because he wanted this money and he didn't know I had it. How dare I have it? And we're in such hard times and I need to give him money. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. And I took every whooping he gave me. I said nothing. He was not going to get that money. I was going to be dead and he wouldn't find that money. I was not going to be giving it to him. So he found out I had bought the tickets because nothing in Jamaica is hidden. And he told me that if I left the country with our children, he was going to call the United States and tell them I kidnapped our children. So I left Jamaica without my children, and there's no international help for that. So I came without my children, and he subsequently took the next few years to tell him, oh, he loves me, but I left them and I don't love them and blah, blah, blah. Got a job with the airlines specifically because I needed a job at this point because I'm come to the United States. He's already ruined my credit. Come to the United States, get a job. I took it with the airline specifically because I wanted the travel benefits so I could go back and see my kids. Every time I went to see them, he would frustrate my ability to visit. He would not let me in the house. He would whatever. Anyway, I sporadically could see them. God would have it. Telling God is so good. So by this time, I had been doing my master's in Jamaica, mostly as part of the cover up for me doing my business. So I was doing my master's in Jamaica, and I was done with the program, but I should have done my internship. But I had now left to come to the United States, and I took this job, and they promoted me. So now I'm running the frequent flyer program. I bought a house. I have a new car. I'm living a whole new life. I'm going back and forth to Jamaica trying to see my kids. God would have it, this man goes bankrupt. He goes completely bankrupt. And he calls me and says, Trudy, I have nowhere to live. I have nowhere for the kids to live. I said, okay. And we're now legally divorced, by the way. We're now legally divorced because I came to the United States, filed for the divorce. He didn't challenge it. He was in Jamaica, so they just, every time they sent any whatever, he's in Jamaica, so it went through without any hitch. We're now divorced. He says, I'm homeless, I'm broke, I'm bankrupt, nowhere for the kids to live.
So where are you, Miss Trudy, in the future? I mean, the present. Where are you now?
The present now is I'm happily married 23 years to my soulmate, fantastic man. We have 2 additional children, so I have 4 children all. My youngest is 12, and we have a group of companies. Right now, you can't see much of it, but PSI TV is the one that has my focus, mostly because I'm pursuing my doctorate, and the other things that I do have kind of taken a back seat while I do my doctorate. So we're good. I'm happy.
And tell me a little bit about your television network.
So before YouTube, social media, like I said, I had this message that I felt God wanted me to share, but I knew I was going to go in the pulpit, so I figured I'd go on TV. That's not being in a pulpit, right? So I decided I would go on TV. That was the only way I could figure at the time, and TV was brutally expensive, but I went to the TV studios and I was learning how to do a lot of it myself, because one way to save money was to bring your own crew and to do whatever. So anyway, I was doing the TV producer course, and then I became a TV producer. I put a couple shows on regular cable TV, and it, although I got a discount, it was still very expensive. So that kind of helped launch my financial consultation business, and I still wanted to be in TV, but it was so expensive. I couldn't have that consistency. And then God would have it that Roku and OTT type television like Amazon Fire and so forth came along, which was a whole different animal. And it became easier for me to do that. So I started my own channel, which I control 3. And I also create channels for other people so that they can have their brand on television. Now, that doesn't mean you shouldn't use social media. I totally think you should. TV is simply another platform, and for my generation especially, we value TV more so than YouTube and social media, because it's not free. And so because things that are free don't have the same value as things that are not free, perception wise or value wise. And so it's just another platform. That's all it is. It's a platform that appeals to some people, and I'm here because those are my people.
How many followers you got that watch your TV?
Okay, so it depends on how you want to read it, because TV doesn't track views or followers like social media does. So like on my social media, I have 3 or 4 social media like profiles on Facebook, one of which has like 29 supposed followers. I haven't really built YouTube, but YouTube, I have 662 subscribers. But I have hundreds and hundreds of thousands of views. I didn't know you were going to ask that question. Otherwise, I would try to get that stats. And for TV, it's channel installs. How many people have installed your channel. So when you go to a Roku TV, like you see Netflix, some TVs come with some channels built in. The rest of the channels you have to choose and download. So I have about 5,000 channel installs, but that represents again hundreds of thousands of views, because if you've downloaded Netflix, how many times have you watched Netflix? So Netflix is built differently than we are. So Netflix can track views because they have subscribers. So they're actually feeding their shows to TV in a different way than I do. So we more have channel installs than views per se.
Okay. And can you go ahead and talk about where is Trudy Dearman going to be for the future?
So for the future, I see myself as a leader of leaders. The reason why, and I'm preparing myself to be that. So I don't think I'm quite there yet, but I'm working on that. So like I
You
have
did
a
good,
small group
Trudy.
of entrepreneurs that I do lead from the church. And that is a group that I'm wanting to lead simply because I believe in the power of leverage. So for every leader that I impact, they themselves have their own followers. So I believe I'll get more leverage being a leader to leaders than I will trying to be a leader to direct followers. And so that is the space that I'm trying to grow and expand in, which is one of the reasons why I'm doing the doctorate in strategic leadership, because leaders are hard to lead. Leaders themselves are very, very hard to lead, and leaders have very short attention span because they're already leaders and they are very busy. So leading leaders is its own animal, and that is a space that I'm preparing for. And I really would like to help many Christian entrepreneurs build kingdom enterprises so that we can become community conscious corporations. That's what I'd like, not just corporations who are making this big bank, but that they are channeling back into their community, that they're very community conscious, they're very community sponsoring. That is what I'd like to see. And I feel that sometimes you need to actually prompt them to do that, because for the entrepreneurs I work with, you'd be surprised it never occurred to them. It never occurred to them simply because of the mindset of most people just want to get enough. They just want to get enough for themselves and they're good. You can't get just enough for yourself and you're good. The Bible says if you have 2 jackets, 2 coats, you're in a position to give one. But if you only have one, the Bible has never asked us to take the one off of our back and give it away. So you have to have the 2. You have to have the more. Otherwise, you can't give. Because even the story of the 10 virgins, you had 5 who had their oil and 5 who didn't have their oil. And the 5 who didn't have their oil, when the bridegroom was coming, asked the 5 who had their oil for some of theirs, and they're like, we only have enough. Go get your own. And then they were left out. When you only have enough for you, you can't share. There's nothing to share because you're basically taking food from your own children to feed somebody else's, which there's nowhere in the Bible it says to do that. Nowhere. The only place sacrificial giving is requested is back to God. Only to God, not to others. We're to be joyful givers, but when you're a joyful giver, it means it's not painful giving. It's not painful giving. Therefore, we need to have more. We need to be in that space of overflow, because my business is actually PSI is profitable stewardship influence, and PSI it comes out of the parable in Matthew 25 of the talents. So the one who had 1 buried it. The one who had 2 did what? Made 2 more. The one who had 5 did what? Made 5 more. That is a true space of abundance. That is a realm of prosperity. Not that, oh, name it and claim it, Lord, drop it from the sky. That is not true prosperity. That I don't know what that is. But the Bible talks about the good and faithful servant took the 2 and made 2 more. And God said, you are faithful. Enter into my rest. The one who had 5 made 5 more. To me, those are entrepreneurs. Peter was an entrepreneur. One of the first disciples Jesus took was he was a fisherman, businessman. So I believe, and I was listening to Billy Graham had said before he passed, he believes that the next phase of kingdom work is going to be in the space of Christian entrepreneurs. He believes because We need to get away from church only on Sunday. We need to be doing church every single day. And the kingdom entrepreneur who is living out their calling in a way that they're live. I am not a Christian on Sunday. As I show up, I am who I am. I show up as I am, and I'm 24/7 who I am. And that's how I think we all should be as Christian, as kingdom entrepreneurs. And if we do that, and we are the ones that take the two and make two more. We'll take the five. The five is what God initially gave. The two is what God initially gave. The one is what God initially gave to each according to their ability. We all have different capacity. But to even the one who had one, he said he should have put it in the bank and made interest. In other words, I believe we have a mandate from God to be profitable in what we do. It's not an option in my book. I read that very literally, because it was the one who had two and made two more that God said, faithful servant, enter into my rest. So I don't believe we really have an option. And that's what I'm calling kingdom entrepreneurs to do.
You know, it's funny because entrepreneurs are the like they said, entrepreneurs. You know, they're wonderful people. We are wonderful people. You know, I am an entrepreneur. Every day I think of something new or something I can get into for the future. You know, I want to help create better communities, help the future grow. You know, and it's only a small percentage. I can't break it down, but it's only a small percentage that get out there and get their name out there. The high school students that go to high school, once they out of high school, they're most likely going to end up working at Burger King, McDonald's for a while, go to school, a community college. You know, we need to see what these entrepreneurs need, you know, in the
Yeah, but I
community.
think kids do need to start there. I think they need to get some work ethics. I think they need to
Yes.
understand what it is to be a manager of sorts, because we are just
Yeah,
managers.
because
We call ourselves
you know,
entrepreneurs, but we're managers.
it's funny that you say that because that's what I want to do. I have Blue Cloud Cleaning, and what I do is I want to work under, like, above entrepreneurs, young entrepreneurs, showing them the ropes and how to become successful entrepreneurs. So what you're doing is wonderful. What you're doing, you're gonna really be blessed by. I know it. You know, I can feel that. So how can the people reach you?
So, like I said, the thing that I'm working on right now is just the PSI TV, because I haven't really been coaching that much, because it is, I'll be honest, sometimes emotionally exhausting when people are in financial problems. Sometimes they're so stuck, and sometimes I have to bring in a therapist because it has to start there. So, with that said, doing my doctorate, I'm more focusing on the TV side, because the people who show up for TV have their act together, and they're just wanting to get that word out. So I believe the kingdom entrepreneurs need a bigger stage. So I believe we should be as humanly omnipotent as possible, which is why I believe TV is great leverage. And so PSITVnetwork.com. I'm on Facebook by my name, Trudy Bierman. Social media. If you have a Roku or Amazon TV, please look for PSI TV and download that. But if you are an entrepreneur with a brand and you're currently making videos, if you're making videos, then you're in a good position to consider TV as another platform for your videos. It's just like whether you have a home here or you have a home there. They're both just places for your content to live. And each neighborhood, if you want to say, call it a neighborhood, will reach a different type and category and caliber of people. And therefore, TV is simply another platform. It's not free, but I've made it affordable. Because that was my biggest problem. I have removed that problem. I have made it affordable for the average entrepreneur, and that is where they can reach me now. That's going to get my focus till I'm done. I'm projecting I should be done with my doctorate in December of 2024, all being well, God allowing me to live to see that timeline, and then I will wrap back up all the things that I'm about. I have several books written. All three of them were bestsellers. So they can find me on Amazon too.
Thank you. Well said. Well said, Miss Spearman. I want to thank y'all for joining my show. Miss Spearman, stay on the line. You all take care. Oh, y'all stay on the line. Y'all have everyone. Well said, Miss Spearman. I want to thank y'all for joining my show. Miss Spearman, stay on the line. You all take care and enjoy your oh, you all take care. Oh, you, you thank y'all for joining my show. You all take care. Oh, or show. You all take care and enjoy y'all. Thank y'all for joining my show. Take care and enjoy y'all day. Hope we y'all learned something today. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Well said, Miss Spearman. I want to thank y'all for joining my show. Take care and enjoy y'all day. Hope we y'all learned something today. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Okay. Today. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
You're
Having me.
you're
Thank you for having me.
you're It cut.
Thank you for having me.
I'll leave it like that. That looks more professional. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud. I have a very special guest here today for the show. Can you go ahead and announce to the world who you are and where you're calling from?
I'm Jason Clausen, and I'm calling from Utah.
Okay. And can you go ahead? Thank you again. Seriously, your story is powerful. Can you go ahead and explain to the audience your past leading up into your present?
Sure. Yeah. So 4 years ago, my wife was diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer. No warning signs and no family history. And she was giving 2 to 3 years to live. And 9 months later, we were saying goodbye to my sweet wife 9 months later and trying to pick up the pieces of life and try to figure out how am I going to do this as a dad and raising 2 kids and continue to keep life going and without letting it let depression and let all the negative things that happen after you lose a loved one creep into my life and creep into the life of my boys. So there was a doctor in the hospital that shortly after our diagnosis says, Jason, cancer has a way of enhancing your life. And at that moment of my life, I didn't want to hear that. I wanted to go back to the way my life was before. And I didn't want to accept the hard reality of my life and what I was going to experience because I was afraid. I was not wanting to share my emotions as a male and open up and say, I need help. I'm struggling. So that was kind of a life altering event that has changed me for the rest of my life.
Tell me, what are you doing? And once again, Jason, I am so sorry to hear that. I know what it's like to lose a loved one. but this show is not about me, it's about you. So tell me, what are you doing now to help build on where you are at now in the present to make sure your wife in heaven is just laughing and knowing that you're in a special place now.
Yeah. So I think the easiest way to explain that, and I appreciate the question, is when I got to the hardest spot in that grieving process after the funeral. I reached out to about 14 of my friends and family, and I sat in my living room and I poured out my heart. I took off my mask of masculinity and I just said, hey, I can't do it alone. I am struggling. My boys are struggling. And in that moment of just being vulnerable, because I know vulnerability invites vulnerability, um, this group just rallied around me and I gave them permission to help me. And I gave them the ability to check on me, check on my boys through that process. And in that moment, we created a captain of my healing team and we gave everybody assignments to help me in the process. So when things got really difficult and overwhelming, all I had to do was text one word to my captain, help, and my captain would text everybody on my team, and then everybody would go into action and help me, whether it be laundry, yard work, cleaning the house, take me to lunch, uplifting texts. They were there to help support me. And I knew no matter how hard life would get, I could do it. I could do it. People would carry me along and get me back to life. And through this process, me and my boys figured out that we needed to serve and help others in this process. So when we were going through cancer treatment, good friends of us delivered a yellow sunshine basket of yellow stuff. And it brought a lot of happiness and joy during that moment of our life. And I said, I want to do that with my boys. So what we did is we did a lemonade stand in the neighborhood and we raised $1,500 and we began creating these baskets and finding people in the community. And we would go and deliver these baskets to people that have lost a loved one, are going through cancer or difficult time. And this was a way of giving back and helping people in their pain. And we call them Be Like Val baskets because that was the name of my wife's name. And it brought peace and comfort to know my wife would be, her spirit, her memory would be continued to live on because we were honoring her and we were helping people heal at the same time. And I was healing from the inside out, as well as my two boys by my side to comfort and help those that were struggling at that time. And it became a way of life and a way of healing to be able to give back and forget about our pain by helping another person through their pain.
Now, I've asked some good questions, but here's the biggest question of all. Have you and your boys got checked out for colon cancer since it's now considered hereditary? Even though, you probably don't run in your family either, get checked out. Have you?
We're in the process of setting those up to make sure that we are not going to go down that similar road. I think that's very important. I found out last year that my mom has cancer. She's dealing with it. So screening and going through that is very helpful because the sooner you catch it, the sooner you can do things and be able to enjoy life and enjoy those life experience and loved ones together.
What have you been doing positive to help you and your boys grow through this grief? Like other than your business that you have with your close people.
So after that healing team intervention, I called it, where I poured out my heart, I actually stepped away from being a clinical therapist. And what me and my boys did is we set up a bucket list. I said, boys, I'm going to be home for the summer. I'm going to make a bunch of things on our bucket list of things we wanted to do. Because up until that point, our life was focused around death and sad memories and seeing my wife go through cancer. Those were sad and they weren't making us happy. So I sat down, I said, what are some things that we want to do as a family? to create happy and lasting memories. And we made a list of things that we wanted to do, and they're not elaborate. We would go horseback riding, or we'd go fishing together. We would go make a lemonade stand. We would go and do fun stuff and involve other people that knew my wife and us. And together we became to get healthy, because the opposite of grieving, the opposite of depression, the opposite of anxiety is connection. And without connections, we're not going to heal. So I knew with my boys and myself that I need to involve more people in to help me get happier and healthy. So that is just a huge thing I learned, is connecting, opening up, or opening up your heart so that people can come help you is such great medicine.
Do you think that God tested your faith, or with everything that went on?
Absolutely. He at the beginning, when I got diagnosed and the doctor said cancer has a way of enhancing your life, yeah, I was angry and upset at God. And I thought, why would you do this to me when we're doing so much in the community? But now I look back, and I look back on who I've become and what the doctor said, cancer has a way of enhancing your life. Now I'm grateful, and I honor the challenge and the trial that God gave me, because I have become a better person, a better husband, a better therapist. And I've been able to meet some of the most amazing people and be able to help people. So it's been a gift from God. I can say that now, and it's enhanced my life tremendously.
So I just wanted to say that everything that you've been through, like you said, happened for a reason. We to today still don't understand God's works, and I feel like, with everything going on, God has blessed you with two beautiful boys, and you've been taking the necessary steps to do everything you need to do as a father. And I thank you for that, because not many fathers step up, no matter what the race is.
Yeah.
And you stepped up during those dire circumstances. Can you tell me a little bit about how people walked out on you? And yeah.
Well, I remember, I mean, this is probably hard to say at times, but some of my closest family members weren't there for me. They were afraid. They didn't know what to say. They didn't know how to comfort me. But I know that the more that I talked and opened up, other people in my circle of influence were able to help me. So I don't know necessarily say they walked out on me, but when people go through a traumatic event, without any kind of training or going through it yourself, you really don't know what to say. You go into this support vacuum where you want to help people, but really you don't want to say something that's going to rock the boat. But what I found is the people that were brave and the people that were willing to sit in that discomfort, ask me the hard questions, sit with me when I cry, just here with me. I learned those are the people that I want on my side when I'm going through a traumatic event. And that's important to learn. Not everybody is ready to help you and support you, but there's people there to help you as long as you're willing to open up and pour out your heart, and people will be there. And I think the biggest one you want to start with is God. God won't leave you. Ask for help, and He can help direct your path where to find more people that will be happy and healthy in your life. And that's what I keep going back to. And when I stop being angry and stop saying, okay, God, what do I need to do with this? What is your will? Then I began to get in a spot that was helpful and being able to help more people. And to this day, I can say, and to this day, I found I had to do my own work, because grieving doesn't just get better. I had to do my own work. And as I worked on myself, and because grieving doesn't just get better, I had to do my own work. And as I worked on myself, and and hold myself accountable and talk about things. God doesn't just get better. To this day, helpful and being able to help more people. And and to this day, and to this and to this to this and and to this day, I can say and helpful and being able to help more people. This day, I can say and to this day, I found I had to do my own work because grieving doesn't just get better. I had to do my own work, and as I worked on myself and hold myself accountable and talk about things, God has led me to a path of finding my best friend that I married in January.
Congratulations.
And, thank you. And her story is she lost a husband to cancer as well. But I know that together our stories, we together are able to help more people, and we able to strengthen, and we feel that God has given us this gift to be able to help people. And God is good because here's another thing. He's allowed my wife that has never had kids to become pregnant. And today we are pregnant with the sweet little girl that's going to come into our family and be.
Congratulations.
I'm getting emotional talking about this. The sweet little girl that we get to add to our family with my two boys. She's brought two dogs, and she at one time was told she couldn't have kids. So today God is good, and because of what we've been through and the challenges, it's allowed us to enjoy these things that we're going through right now, and we're able to find happiness and joy, and we're able to really connect and really strengthen each other and other people around us in the process.
Have you spoken at events like schools, colleges, wherever, any arena yet?
It's mostly been on podcasts and on TV, but I'm willing to go anywhere to share my story. I'm willing to go anywhere to help anybody that needs help. So if anybody's listening, I'm willing to do that. I would love that. I'd love to be able to share the message of hope after going through traumatic and difficult times.
That could be a birthday gift for your little girl. You speaking at TEDx or something.
Yeah, that would be wonderful. So
well, I have another question. Let's see. For all those entrepreneurs, because I have entrepreneurs that watch my show.
Yeah.
I usually say, what is it that what kind of advice can you give them about how to get over, because there's entrepreneurs out there that lose their loved ones, their parents every day. What advice can you give to them?
You know what? I think the way that Giving Sunshine has come about is because I found something that I'm passionate about and I can get behind, and I don't feel bad about sharing and helping people. So with where I've had to reset and kind of transform my career, where I was a clinical therapist, and now I have found something I enjoy. I found something I'm passionate about, and I found that by doing what my heart says, and I've had to ask God, and I've had to get right with God, what's my path, and accepting that has allowed me to get to a place where I'm supposed to be. And I've done many jobs where I've just tried to put a square peg into a round hole and try to make it work. And I think for me, I've had to do some quiet time and meditation to figure out what's best for me. And if you can step away and really think about it, it will come to you. And what you're supposed to be doing with your talents and ability will come to you. And what you're doing, you'll become excited to wake up. You become excited to do what you're going to do. And you're just saying, I can't wait to do what I'm going to do because I know it's important. I'm passionate about it. And I go to help so many people in the process.
And how can the people reach you if need be?
I'm on Instagram at Jason Clausen. I got to think about that. They can email me at jason@givingsunshine.com. And then yeah, probably the easiest way is emailing me, jason@givingsunshine.com, or I'm on Facebook, Jason Clausen at Facebook. So those are probably the easiest ways to get a hold of me.
Thank you so much. Stay on the line. Thank you so much, everyone, for the congregation. I'm speaking. I'm so much. Stay on the line. I'm speaking. Thank you so much. Stay on the line. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining my show. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining my show. You all take care. You all take care, and God bless y'all. Thank you so much. Y'all take care, and God bless y'all. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, you all take care, and God bless y'all. Thank you. Okay. That's 2 parts I got to do. Okay. Why isn't it moving? Oh, I hate when that happens. There we go. $53.30. And God bless y'all. Thank you. Okay, that's going. Um, what else? Oh, that's why. Duh. Okay. Let's start deleting some stuff. Um, okay. Okay, that should do for right now. Okay, go back here, download it, export. No, social platforms. Trudy, Bear, and Jason Clausen. Trudy, Bear, and Jason Clausen. Okay. While that's going, I was like looking for it. I was like, where is it at? There we go. It's coming up. Where is it at? Open. Okay, go to Thurston. Show title: The Kimberly Cloud Show. I got I got a new network featuring Trudy, Beer, and Jason Clausen. Darn it. Do it this way then. Program type, series. If series were episode every 2 weeks. Length. Look at the length. 532708. 532708. Siri, you being nosy. No. Good. You being a bad girl. It said, I don't see a bad girl in your contacts. Eavesdropping. I don't request specific times. Um, Imported the cloud, the Kimberly Cloud Show at yahoo.com. One, oh crap. Tacoma, Washington, 98493. Country, United States. Spiritual. This one is religion. Next page. Next page. Oh, this is about Trudy Bierman's journey as a entrepreneur, hardship with ex-husband, with abusive ex-husband, and finding the light through God. Jason Clausen speaks about him losing his wife to stage 4 colon cancer. Hold on. No. Yeah. And finding God. And finding God. Hopefully it'll let me submit content we're about to see. Cool. Oh, I got a sign. Oh, at the bottom. Program upload instructions. We're going to see what happens. To from the Kimberly Cloud Show at yahoo.com. To, oh man, I gotta go back. Hold on, I wonder why. Copy. Where is it at? Upload. To bam from Kimberly Cloud Show. The Kimberly Cloud Show featuring Trudy Yeah. Here are the files. Thanks. Check me out the Kimberly Show 39 on Facebook. Add files. Downloads. Where you at, Trudy Bear, man? There we go. Thank you guys, and I look forward to doing business with you all. So, so that's going. Okay, almost finished with that. So Thurston County, which is the Seattle Olympia area where all the politicians be, they watch government channels. They'll be on there. Um, what's that? And this is a new one that I can't do them all unless I keep them up, but Trudy deserves this. So from the Kimberly Cloud Show, I do this one time at yahoo.com. The Kimberly, I'll keep doing it, but I have to write it down so I won't forget the people that I'm adding on the networks featuring Trudy Beerman and Jason Lawson. This video is about finding your way back through a battle with an abusive husband and a wife that had colon cancer. Both parties talked about their struggles in life and found their way through God. Okay. Okie doke. Where is it at? 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 Damn. Okay. So, oh crap. Not gonna happen. Come on. Ah. Hold on, you guys. It's uploading. There we go. So let me write these two networks down that I found today. When the time comes that I start paying, they're going to understand the work that I do. I want to make sure I'm at my best point so they have the best experience as well. So we got television in Minnesota called Northfield. What is it called? City of Northfield. Minnesota. 1. 2 is, darn it, Thurston. Hold on. Thurston County Media. 3. NECAT. 4. MNN. 5. Santa Barbara TV. And now I gotta do 1 second. Okay. I gotta do we transfer to the producers in Santa Barbara. Okay. So we got Renee, programming, L. I gotta call BBS. I gotta call BBS. Tell them that I have my first appointment with him on the 20th at 3 p.m. Pacific. If you're out there watching, sir, I'm so sorry. I'll call you after this. Hopefully you're not busy. And if you're busy, I'll call you tomorrow. Who else? So we got Santa Barbara. We got Long Poke. Let me put that 6. Long Poke. And now we gotta find the people. We got Trudy Bierman, compose. Trudy Bierman, support. Trudy Bierman, PSI. Let's write her first. I'm pretty sure she wouldn't want me to attach somebody else. So let's see. DC. I'm not gonna put DC. Well, DC TV. City of Minnesota. Thurston County Media. NECAT. Oh, I gotta, hold on. Samantha. NECAT. SBTV. And Lone Coat, California. Hi, Trudy. I cannot wait to see you on Friday. I advanced your video so that it can get played sooner. I appreciate you telling your story. It's powerful and deserve to reach people. Well, I'll be sending you the edited through WeTransfer with thank you. Okay. So hold up. I gotta get Trudy. Oh shoot. Trudy. Okay. Copy. Paste. Copy. Paste. Okay, so we got Truden. Now we need Jason Clausen. I hope I can find him. Oh my God, I can't find him. Hold on. That was the problem when I put his thing up. I think it's this one. Okay. That's transferring. Transfer. There we go. That's transferring. Okay, I'm getting scared. 87% done with that one. That's definitely still going. Let me go back here real quick to my emails. I've sent your video to the major networks. If this is Jason Clausen, good luck on your endeavors. You and your new fam. Okay. Okay, that's confirmed. Hold on. The media contract. Wait. Let's refresh. Okay, ain't nothing in yet. Okay. Stop looking at emails. Darn it. Okay, close this out. Oh, go to DCTV. Program title. The Kimberly Cloud Show LLC. What was that? Yes. So they sent that. Wait, I gotta go backwards. Cool. Cool. So we got imminent. I'm gonna refresh that. Let's try it again. Sometimes it doesn't work. Glitches. Don't like glitches. Begin upload. Okay. What else? You got this, and what else? DCCB. Featuring Trudy Bierman and Jason Clausen. I'm almost finished, y'all. Bear with me. This is what we have to do as producers. 56.532708. 532708. And while that's up, export file, Trudy, Bear, and Jason Lawson. Trudy Bearman and Jason Lawson. Okay, so that's downloading for the movie version and not the MP4. 532708. 532708. This video is about an abusive relationship of an high-end entrepreneur and PSI TV CEO, and CEO of, oh man, I gotta delete some stuff again. CEO, this is becoming a problem. CEO of PSI TV, high-end entrepreneur and CEO of PSI TV, period. She speaks about finding God again and realizing that she can find love again. Jason Clawson speaks about his detrimental issue, his detrimental catastrophe with his wife passing away from colon cancer. He found God and he found God in a new wife. Elsewhere. Adult content, yes. No, it's no adult content. It's real. No. Full name, Kimberly Cloud. Nobody's cussing. So March 8th. No, today's date is March 4th. Yes, submit. Now go back here. And hold on. Browse files. Okay. Downloads. Ari Brush. I hate deleting. Move to trash. Come on. I need a hard drive. Go to Best Buy. Tim McCarthy. That the movie can be deleted. Victor and Sean Harper. There's way more videos. Hopefully that'll do. Shooty, Bear, and Jason Law. Okay. Please go through. Because I am ready to take a shower. What am I gonna fix to eat? I'm gonna make me a chili dog like Sonic with nice cheese and chili and hot dog, yummy relish, ketchup, mustard, yummy, and a pickle on the side. Dang! What's going on, man? Foul. Hold on. Foul. Open. Foul. Whoa. What is going on? Open file. I can delete this one because it's a movie. Move the trash. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. That's the only copy I have. I need that copy to prove I. Hold on. Where is Sean Harper? Put back. Okay. Oh, downloads. Okay. It's not that. What it is that I haven't deleted all the trash. Empty trash. It should work now. Empty trash. Okay. Let's do this again. One more time. Okay. Let's try it again. Export. Trudy Beerman, Jason Clausen. Trudy Beerman, Jason Clausen. Hopefully it goes through. Please go through. Let me go to my files just in case. No. It's good. It's good. Please go through. Dang, you taking slow. Slow it down. Slow it down. Slow it down. So slow. I'm sorry, y'all. It's going so slow. Hopefully it works. I'm gonna delete it as soon as I post it and keep the 480 MP4, but delete the movie because the movies take up too much space. It's the movies. They take up too much space on my computer. Please go through. Almost there. Almost there. Looking on the right hand side for that import successfully went through. So I can send this to DCTV. Oh, and I gotta send Casey. I'll show y'all. Well, I can't show y'all, but I'll do it online. Come on. It's a whole circle. That's come on. Okay, yes, it went through. Okay, great. Okay. Now go here to DCTV. Trudy Beerman. Upload. Upload. Now I'm going to send KCAA. First, I'm going to look for the person that I'm interviewing tomorrow. It's in KCAA so they can be in the studio with me. So tomorrow is the 5th. Where are you at? Right there. Invite guests. And go here and compose KCAA. I think it's the traffic one. Okay. Here's the files. Kim, they're going to be like, what? Here's the invitation for the interview tomorrow. Okay. Okay, there we go. There we go. Sent that. So that'll be good tomorrow. What else? That is uploading. I can leave my browser open. Okay. And 93% of that is uploading. Did that? 20%. That's uploaded. 29 minutes. Okay. Okay. So I'm about to get off of here and let these things upload. Oh, WeTransfer. Did I already do WeTransfer? 2 minutes. We're going to let that go. Let me shut my, I can't go that way. Almost finished. You got like 2 more seconds. I'm still here. I'm closing my doors and stuff. Gotta close the doors. Okay. Almost there. 98%. 99. I got 99 problems, but transferring ain't one. Come on. It always stutters at the last bit. Come on. Okay. It's almost there. Still going. Got 4 more gigabytes or whatever. You little tiny. Okay. Finalizing. Yes. Sending it to these producers. Yes. Wrapping up. Okay. Don't close this window until we complete the transfer. Almost there. Okay. Cool. Okay. So I sent it to them. WeTransfer is done. Now that's going to be a while. And this one right here is going to be 22 minutes. That'll give me enough time to get ready for bed. Because I'm just a person that go to bed, early to rise. So yeah. So anyway, I sent this to KCAA. I have 2 new networks. So if y'all out there watching and want to be interviewed, I got 2 new networks, which is the City of Northfield, Minnesota, and Thurston County Media. So I'm ready for those 2 to do business with those 2. I filled out a contract. Y'all saw the contract, and they put the business online or whatnot. So yeah, I wish I can get PBS, but they are so hard to go through. They're so hard, and you know how they do. So they're not a bad network. I'm just saying they're harder. When you're dealing with PBS, you're dealing with a lot of 6.1 million viewers, if not more, depending on what city you come from. So yeah, and then they play stuff like, "Hey, what a wonderful kind of day." No, let me stop. So y'all take care. Sorry, y'all take care. I'm going to get ready for bed and eat and watch some footage of news on YouTube. Oh my God, I've been at this for an hour. Thank you guys who's been rocking with me. Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you. You see the hard work and dedication I do, but I want to be better than that. I want to put in more work, hard work and dedication. So yeah, thank you. Y'all take care. Bye.